इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
A very good afternoon to each and everyone who has spared time for today's webinar. We welcome each one of you to our webinar series. Franchise India is the brand, the platform through which all the investors are getting 24/7 business solution from us so that they can take conscious and informed decision of choosing the right franchise. And we truly claim that no one sells more business than us because we have helped thousands of investors as well as brands for business expansion. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. During the course of the webinar, obviously they'll be talking about the industry and they'll take all your questions. So we request each one of you to share your question and answers in chat box. The brand which we are presenting today is The Bank Burger. Yes, we have invited team of The Bank Burger to talk about their business model. Just to quote their experience in market, they have recently bagged a number of awards for their innovation in this particular field. And we invite Mr. Raj Gopal and Vijay, both are partner at The Bank Burger, to talk about this great opportunity. Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you so much, Vijay, for joining in today. We are just about to start your PPT. Over to you.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Ashina. It's a nice introduction. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time to join us to know more about our The Bank Burger and the opportunity to own your own business, right? Okay. So this concept, right? So The Bank Burger, it's recently introduced in Chennai late last year during the COVID time frame. And how it got succeeded is, it was one of the, Chefman's, house from the one of the Chefman product, right? So as a Chefman, okay, so this is from the house of Chef M&N. Okay, Chef M&N is Chef Mani and Chef Naveen is these two has created this company called Chef M&N, and they are in one of the top F&B leading business consultant. And we have been delivered so many brands to our within ourselves as well as to the other clients and partners, right? And this.
Vijay, you're on mute, I guess.
Raj, there's some issue.
No
You can
worries.
continue. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. So I'll add to that. So basically, Chefman is, we are food consultants, and the brand is launched between with along with Chef Money and Chef Manikandan and Chef Naveen Prasad. So they have about 40 years of F&B experience. And there are so many things that we do as part of food consulting businesses, and we have our footprints across a lot of niche brands, food brands in Chennai, and we manage quite a few resto bars. For example, the 6th Avenue that you see here, based on the true story beach resto bar. And there are a few others, the Ministry of Drinks at Nandanam, and Tap House Resto Bar, Crazy I One, that's one other resto bar on the OMR belt of Chennai. So all these resto bars are, some of our niche, brands where we manage either the entire bar and kitchen, or, in some places their kitchen. And we, from Chefman point of view, we also do menu engineering, and we help businesses from the start, from finding a place, and then establishing the supply chain, work with them for the kitchen equipment, branding, you name it, it's there with us. So we do all consulting. 4 of us are partners in Chefman. So, and Mani and Naveen, let me tell you, I mean, I'm proud to boast of this. They are absolutely the best chefs in Chennai. So next slide, please, Archana. And now, so this slide speaks volumes of what I was just talking about. So this is Chef Naveen, as you see in the picture, and he is the he was awarded the best chef of the year last year by Times. And we have quite a few feathers to our hat in terms of Times Food Awards last year. We won the project for we won the best cafe for Patise, and one of the best South Indian restaurant for the K&K project. K&K project is another South Indian restaurant. It is in Kadar Navaskan Road. I don't know if how many of you are from Chennai here, but Kadar Navaskan Road is one of the top segments, where we have all the top brands in Chennai, so food brands especially. And then we initially, when we started Patise, we also won the Times Innovation Award for Patise, right? And again, 2021, we have been awarded, nominated for six of our brands. So the Shout Bar and Cafe, Dabang, Patise, the K&K project, Crazy One, and Tharlocal. So all these have been nominated for the best resto bar, burgers, cafe, Indian local, South Indian street food, etc. Right? So that speaks of what we do at Chefman. And coming to Dabang is obviously the child of Chefman, and this brand is something that we launched last year during the pandemic, and we have been doing amazingly well. We have actually introduced niche burgers. We have quite a few burgers in the menu, and then we also started with some of the very how would I say? I mean, very specific starters that caters to the fast food category. We want to do something more than fast food. That is our motto. It shouldn't be a fast food category, but we wanted to cater to the audience who would love to taste, who are foodies, who would love to experience different kinds of cuisines. So we have added pastas to our menus, again, curated by these two chef geniuses. And we also have introduced risottos. We have quite a few Italian menu combinations as well. So can you please move to the next slide, Archana? Right. So the dabang is basically a concept which was pretty successful in the Middle East, called the burger gourmet, right? So we wanted to introduce a similar concept in India, because what we see is KFC or Burger Man, McD. So all these are pretty big chains, right? So all their burgers, first of all, are frozen burgers, and although it's and a little pricey too, right? So we wanted to pitch in this concept of burger gourmet, where it was pretty successful in the Middle East, in Oman especially, and I believe in Dubai as well. So we wanted to launch this concept in India, and that's the story of Dabang. So
And
yeah, Vijay,
just
want to
to
add
add,
something?
just to add to that, our few of the USP is like, no frozen patties, right? We don't do frozen patties here. All our patties are freshly made for the day. So that's one of the things. And the second one is, the imprinted burgers. So the personalized imprinted burgers we got introduced in Chennai, with our brand name DBB #DBB, and we also serving for the parties, families and friends, or for the birthday parties. And on every Friday we do our burgers carries with thank God it's Friday imprints. And recently we introduced this hash love for the Valentine's Day. So for every specific occasions and based on the customer personalization, so we are coming up with this imprinted burgers for their parties and celebrations events.
Right. Uh, so can you move to the next slide, Darshana? So these are some of our actual pics, right? Except for the imprints that you see, the rest of the pics that you see here are all actual, burger pics that we took during the trial. So the one on the top, the bottom left, that's our signature chicken drumsticks, and the one on the top right, that's our artery blocker. So there are, very niche burgers. I mean, we've introduced very niche burgers, and the combination that we have chosen and the names we have given, they are very, very unique. Like, for example, let me just talk about some of our greatest hits, right? So one is called the artery blocker. So we have both chicken patty and beef patty. That's one of the tallest burgers we have. And in fact, the burger, after we made it, it was so tall that we had to actually make a box for it. So apart from the regular box packaging, we have a special dedicated box for the artery blocker alone. And it was such a huge hit here. Another burger that we introduced, recently, meaning like a couple of months ago, it's called the Pulingo burger. So those of you who are in Chennai, Chennai based, might know, it's just a colloquial term used here, which is called a pull in go. So it's basically a pulled beef burger. And so we just thought, the pull in go, the name pull in go will rhyme with it. So the Pulingo burger is another huge hit. And we also have another Hawkster that has bacon and chicken, and that's one of the huge hits. And the Hawkster was also actually part of our burger gourmet in the Middle East. So these are some of our niche burgers that I just wanted to highlight. Go ahead, next slide, please, Archana. Archana, next slide, please. Am I audible?
Can we go on the next slide? Some issue?
So yeah, while she goes to the to the navigation, so just wanted to add a couple of sentences on the imprinted burgers. So initially, as part of as I was talking about the burger gourmet in Middle East, so we had this imprint DB. I mean, we had imprinted burgers there, but here we started only with the DBB. Then we wanted to improvise, right? So recently the Valentine's Day. During the Valentine's Day, we launched, the burger made with love. So we added the imprint love, which was a huge hit. And every Friday, right, the TGIF imprints goes, to all the customers. every Friday, right? So these are, and in fact, if you have a birthday, if you have your birthday, you can just when you order with us, you can just specify it in the instructions, and we will help. We will send you the burgers, all the burgers with the HBD imprints. So these are some of the personalizations that we have done. Yeah. Can you just show the next slide? I think it is off right now. Not able to see the slides. Archana, are you sharing it?
Let me check. I think she had some network.
Okay, maybe I will try to share it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Or even I
Yeah,
had the
I
network
think she's
issue.
not on the call, I guess, maybe. Yeah.
We're able to see now.
6th slide, yes.
Okay, great.
I can see Vijay. Yeah.
Go full
Just
screen at the
Yeah,
bottom.
full
yeah, I'm
screen
doing it.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from a franchise point of view, these are some of the deliverables that we promise from our end. We would set the franchisee for, as part of franchisee setup. We would do the kitchen design. We would give you the CAD drawings. Previous slide, Vijay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. So we would help the franchisee in choosing the staff. We will do the staff area design, the dining area design, right? And we will obviously be doing the staff training. And whenever there is, any staff changes, we would again do the staff training. And we also have links to procure all the kitchen equipments in case, I mean, that's up to you, but we also have contacts to do that, and we can also help you in the interior design implementation, everything. So we have the entire setup, we have the entire list of contacts that can set it up for you. And as part of the franchisee operations, we would be giving the standard operating procedures very clearly written, so that whoever is employed after the training, they'll be able to prepare our burgers quickly and very easily. So the standard operating procedures will be very clear, and we will do a random quality check by our branch chef. So we have few branch chefs. So as I was talking about Chefman earlier, so we have quite a few branch chefs under our belt. So we'll be sending, one of them, randomly to keep a check on the hygiene, the quality of preparation, whether whatever that you can imagine that should happen in a kitchen. We will also help you in the revenue generation, and we will also help you in based on the menu market, the local market. We'll do the menu changes and accordingly adjust the prices and so on, right? So on and so forth. So these are some of the things that we do as part of franchisee operations. And we'll also help the franchisee with the branding and marketing. So we have a centralized marketing team that does our marketing for us. I mean, that handles our Insta page. So Dabang_burger. There's no S. Dabang_burger is our Insta page, and we also have a Facebook handle. You can go and actually check out some of our posts there on Insta. And we have actually invited a lot of food bloggers to taste our chain, and we're proud to say that Dabang has featured in at least about 4 or 5 times in Times, Indian Express, in Indulge Food Magazine of Indian Express, and in other websites through our food bloggers. And we have sent food. They have tasted the food. They have written it. They were like mind blown with all that. And we will also help through the marketing. I mean, we'll help in marketing through promotions. Based on, we have if you want to do some local events or something, we'll help you with that. And obviously the packaging and promotions, we have actually have had about 100% on Swiggy, right? I mean, for packaging. So our packaging is very unique, and it's really vibrant. So next slide, please. Vijay, next slide, please. Yeah. So this is the lead time that we are looking at to operationalize the business. Like it's about 8 weeks, and here the split of what we do as part of week 1, week 2, and then the design interiors. The design approval, fit outs, all these things will take about 4 weeks, around 3 to 4 weeks, and the last week you would dedicate it for the menu engineering, the setup, training, and all that. So this is our lead time to operationalize the entire business. And yes, we are ready at the end of week 8 for a grand opening. Next slide, please, Vijay. So this is what we are looking at right now. So it's the overall investment is calculated based on a 350 square foot space. And we are looking at a QSR model with a franchisee fee of 5 and the big equipments, the kitchen, HVAC, POS, everything included. Inclusive of everything will be around 6 lakhs. And the shop fit outs and finages, fit outs that would include your dining, everything, right? I mean, the painting, dining, furniture, everything, signage, all those things will be around 6 to 6.5 lakhs, and packaging and sundries around 50K, and that's about 19 lakhs. And we are looking at a royalty fee of around 6% on the monthly gross. So for which, obviously the deliverables that we promise from our end, so those things are included as part of the royalty fee. So that's Dabong for you. Thank you so much for your time, and over to you, Archana.
Thank you so much, Vijay and Rajgopal, for this presentation. Very quick and to the point, and you've covered every important aspect for a partner and a franchisee. And friends, just to reiterate, Chef Naveen and Chef Mani launched this after their successful concepts were working, and they were launching food businesses, including the gourmet burger gourmet in Middle East. And this team are food connoisseurs in the food industry. They brought together the genius of all the 4 minds, and they've curated their menu for the Bung Burger. And if I have to talk, specifically on the burger market, and I'm sure everybody would agree, there has been a recent upgrade to an all new industry, I would say. And this is becoming today a separate industry in itself, which is not just dependent on the international brands, but India has today some of the leading homegrown brands in the burger segment, which is also becoming a multi-million-dollar industry. So very quickly, and this is a QSR format we're talking about, the 350 square feet of space, and 19 lakhs is the investment, which covers everything from your interiors to the franchise fees and also the equipment to run and operate. So Raj, I'd like to take up the model, the city that you're looking for. Kindly put that across and we'll take it up on your behalf. So Raj and Vijay, just to start off with, I like to understand maybe a little bit on the operating cost. So we have covered the QSR format. So is this one model that we're looking at? Because we earlier also had a cloud kitchen format, or we want to stick to one format of 350 square feet?
Vijay, do you want to answer, or should I go ahead? Okay.
Right, Sonal. So we are looking for a... Wow, come on.
Okay, so it's just a QSR model, and we've talked about the investment which goes in putting the outlet. I would want a little bit of understanding, what goes in the operating costs, and also because you've been running, what are the typical costs one has to take into consideration, and also give some idea on the kind of rentals, the food cost, the manpower which is required, if all these elements can be also covered. You want me to repeat?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Vijay.
Okay. So in fact, now based on the 2 different franchises we are talking to in Chennai itself, okay, one in Perambur area, other one in Medavakkam area. and the operational cost coming around 3.5 to 4 lakhs. It is majorly the corporation cost goes to that rental, right? It depends on the area you are it belongs to, right?
Mhm.
So almost 30 to 40,000. In some places we are also getting 20K, right? So 20 to 40,000 is for your rental it goes, and we are talking about 5 to 6 staffing. Okay, one head chef and two people for supporting them, one person for managing the overall show, right? So we're talking about around 1 lakh, right, for that one. All right. Then your other electrical and other utilities cost, right? It's total, it's coming up to 3 to 3.5 lakhs as an operational things. And based on our experience currently, the two locations we are operating, and the break even is coming in, right? You should be able to meet your break even in 4 to 5 months time, right? Because always you need to have some lead time to any place you open, right? Any business you open, right? So the break even will kickstart before 6 months, right? We are talking about 4 months, and it should happen in within 4 months. That's our target right now, and based on our experience, the two places we are operating right now, one in Nandanam, other one in ECR Nilangarai, we achieved our break even in third month, right? So we are hoping that, and with the brand visibility what we have in Chennai for the Bong, definitely we can meet that break even in 4 months time frame, even in other locations as well.
Okay, and what could be the average throughput, Vijay, for an outlet? What can a 350 square feet outlet produce in terms of maybe the average throughput one would give? And if you could also maybe help on both online as well as offline orders, because I'm sure you will have offline orders as well as online coming in. Now, between these two, what revenue share would these two have? And if you can also give understanding on the commission structure also, because that's a big component which goes to all these platforms, delivery platforms today.
Yes. To compensate, the high commissions to Swiggy and Zomato, right? So what we did is we opened our dabangburgers.com. We recently launched, and we partnered with DotPay, which they are doing the appless platform, right? There is no high commission charges. It's hardly 2% is for transaction, right? The commission is included just 2% for every order you get through DotPay, right? Which are listed on our dabangburgers.com,
Mhm.
right? So what's happening is, as a DotPay, as a middleware platform, so they are helping us to have delivery partner integrations, right? So it automatically partnered with Dunzo, and they're also talking to Rapido and VP Delivery and other delivery partners, right? So slowly they'll be keep adding that delivery partners, but your commission is going to be only 2%. So
Okay,
that's a
so
model we signed up, and we already started delivering through DotPay. It's last 2 3 weeks we are started delivering through that one. So obviously, it reduces your 27% of food aggregators commission to 2%,
right, right.
right? So that's what we are doing it right now.
I think that's very substantial if it is 2%, because most
Yeah,
of these delivery platforms would charge anything between I think 12% to about 25% on the
yeah,
higher side. And if you're able to bring
that's
that
correct.
down to about 2%, I feel that will contribute, very big in terms of your bottom line. Now, Vijay, when
Yes.
we talk about also your food cost, typically how much food cost would maybe a product like this involve, and how is today the supply chain catering to the other outlets? Is it
Okay.
all
So
centralized? Because you mentioned everything is fresh produced at the outlet. And I'm sure
yes,
there
it
are some
is.
proprietary products of yours which are supplied
No,
to
there
the
is no
market.
proprietary product because it is very much it is centralized because of the brands we are run operately on our own, right? There are so many brands we are owning it and we are running it from Chennai.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the major advantage we have on the procurement part of it, right? But nothing to worry. Even if you are in outside of Chennai, we really help you to find the right supplier for you with all the high quality products from there, and you can procure directly from your local vendor, right? Suppliers. It's not at all an issue. It's our preparatory is only the ideas and the food the SOPs, right? So that will be transformed to that any partners we are going to sign up with this one. There's nothing on the ingredients, and all the homemade sauce and everything will be the knowledge will be transformed to all the know-hows of food industry, especially
Trade
on the
would
bank.
be okay.
Yes, it will
And
be
how would
transferred to
that
the
be done, Vijay? Is a franchisee also undergoing these trainings? And also because this will be dependent on the chef, is there some kind of training where the chef does at your own outlet, and some kind of monitoring structure overall?
That is a plan. We'll definitely bring the head chef from the partner, all right, franchisee partner. So they'll be get trained in our local outlet here, along with our head chefs and chef along with Chef Mani and Naveen, all right. And at the last week of before launching the new partner store, franchisee store, so we'll do also give that training on their own kitchen, right? So get the feeling of that chefs on their own kitchen, right? So we are planned it such a way that they'll get trained on in-house as well as on their own kitchen. So that's a plan. So that all the cost is included on the franchisee as well as on the the royalty fee.
And what typically would be the training period for the chef? And are you also supporting a partner to bring in the chef for the outlet in terms of the recruitment of the chef?
We are also helping our customers, our other clients, in terms of recruiting the chefs as well as finding other staffing needs. Because we know a brand, right? The well-known brand as an F&B, whole F&B, and we are helping other people. So it's not at all an issue. No, we can also help our franchisee partners to find the right chefs and the right staffing.
Yeah, cool. And Vijay, what becomes the food cost here? I think we missed on that point. What becomes a food cost in this business?
In terms of the cost price?
The cost of the food, how much of that is overall? Because normally
Okay.
it is about 30% in any average,
Yeah, so that is that exactly right, Sonia. So we are also talking about 30%, right? Because any new person, somebody entering into F&B brand, and obviously the initial times the wastages will be there. We can expect some wastages, right? So that will be 30 to 35%. And with our experience, we are helping. We are going to help that our franchisee partners to keep it below 30%, right? So we are running around 25 to 30% right now.
Okay.
Right. So we'll definitely achieve the same numbers to our franchisee partners as well.
Sure. And
because that's one of the key things, right?
Yeah, that's very important because I think food cost is one particular, cost which erodes all your margins if it is not rightly maintained. And especially in a food business. And friends, I'll give you some stats also, maybe in the QSR, your overall, revenue versus the cost which is involved. Almost 30% is your food cost which goes in, and we have additional, 15% which typically would go towards your rental, 15 to 20%, and there's another 12% which goes towards your salaries of the staff, and I think we have a component of 6% towards your royalty, which is charged on the overall sales, which will take at the outlet, happen at the outlet. And then we have almost about 10% typically that goes towards your utility electricity. So all put together, this becomes almost about 80 odd percent. And your profit before taxes typically would be about 15% overall in a business like this.
Correct. That is correct, because you did this math based on the commission charges by the food aggregators, right? The whole purpose of QSR model is we wanted to have the more walk-ins, so that you'll save on your commission charges to the food aggregators. And second one is the dot pay, right, which are open for other cities as well, right, outside of Chennai as well. So we need to the focus is bring more customers to us walk-in for dine-in, and ask our customers to move away from the regular Swiggy and Zomato delivery platform to our own direct sites, right? So that's one of our goal. We are actively working on that to promoting our a direct orders platform.
Sure.
So that will be passed on to our franchisee partners as well.
Right. Now between online, because QSR obviously you'll have a lot of people walking in, but between QSR offline and offline, what is the revenue mix between the two? How much is the contribution today which is coming from online, and how much of that is offline?
Okay, so unfortunately, the two the outlets we are currently operating, it's all offline only, right? So there is no online. Not for walk-ins, right? Because one, we are operating from our Ministry of Drinks, our own brand is a Resto Bar, right? So obviously, you cannot expect a family crowd to come in inside, right?
Sure.
So it's fully we are depending on the online orders. And what alternately what we are doing is we are taking orders through our Insta page, right? We are promoted such a way that we are accepting orders through Insta messages, right? We are delivering through our own fleets, right? With our staff, right? So that is how we are compensating that right now.
Okay.
Yep.
And but even, while not operating that, but if you have to give some assumptions between the two, how much do you foresee the contribution coming from these
It
two
should
platforms?
it should be around 70-30, right? So we should focus on 70% of your orders for walk-in, your business to
Right.
walk-in and direct orders, and
Okay.
30% for Swiggy and Zomato.
The online.
Yeah.
And Vijay, if I also, I like to understand, what because you've been running these offline locations, sorry, online locations currently. But what is the average throughput an outlet can give? And you mentioned it takes about 3 months based on the last two locations that you've opened up. You
Yep.
maybe could do the break even in a span of 3 months. But what becomes an average throughput? What kind of revenue can be expected out of a QSR is one question. And what are the average APCs that we have?
Okay, so we are based on our experience, right, with other brands we are running, right, with our dining other options, right. We are talking about 25% profit, Sonia. We can definitely target 25%, and our promise is not take to 30%, right. So that's the promises we are going to promise to our franchisee partners, all right. Because it depends on the geography, right, where we are going to keep the Stokios or shop, right, and the demographic of the place, right. And with not sure about the COVID again, it's going to pop up. We are not sure, right? The lockdown, we don't know the news about, right? So then that means we are left with only the online orders, all right. So that area, it's still no one knows, right?
Just to add, we've been doing amazingly well, through Swiggy and Zomato as well, with both the delivery aggregators so far. And just to reduce the commission, as Vijay was mentioning earlier, we launched the dabangburgers.com and enabled online orders to reduce the commission. But through Swiggy and Zomato, we've been seeing a lot of traction, quite a lot of traction.
And we are seeing month-on-month growth on the orders,
Month-on-month growth,
and
yes.
also the average order value, AOV also, it's being increased on a month-on-month basis.
Sure.
And Swiggy also recently, expanding their delivery range, and so based on our order ratings, we are allowed to see our restaurant allowed to see 10 to 12 kilometers radius from the address where we are being, right? So because of our quality and the ratings and the order values we have been supplying, right? So we are on the platinum dashboard on Swiggy right now, last 6 months continuously.
Sure. You'll also take some questions on the locations, because you're operating out of Chennai. Which are the important, I would say, spots or locations within Chennai that are ripe for you? And would you also be exploring anything outside Chennai at this point in time?
We are very much open to outside of Chennai as well, and there's no location restrictions at this point of time. So I think I see some few queries from Vijayawada, right? Yes, Pranav, we are very much interested, and you can reach out to Sonia and Archana for the further details. We can have a one-on-one call with Pranav, based on their convenience time.
Sure. I'll take some more questions. We have one question from Mr. Chandrasekhar, and he wanted to know, for interiors, furniture, HVAC, MEP, we have our own team. I think he might have his own team who kind of does that. So he's asking if you can share the layout and design, and they can execute at their end.
Absolutely no restrictions at all. No restrictions at all in terms of procuring this kitchen equipment or even procuring the raw materials for the foods, right? We are not restricting anything to any of our franchisee partners, right? We'll give all the know-hows, we'll transform all our knowledge to our franchisee partners, and we'll help them to promote the brands, right, and marketing and everything. And we are always leave it to that franchisee partners for any procurements. No restrictions.
And just to add, if you have the knowledge of doing the kitchen design, you can do that as well. We have no problems. We will have certain equipments. We will give you the list of equipments that are needed. If you can work out a kitchen design also, that works for us too. So there is no restriction on any of those.
Yeah, our focus is only to just give the best food for our customers, right, through our franchisee partners. So we are not here to make any other business through this, right? So that's a freedom we are giving to our franchisee partners.
Sure. And Vijay, when we talk about territory, would you still want to prioritize which are the important markets for you at this point in time? And when we talk about Chennai, which are the important spots you think, the business format, there's a demand? I'm sure, because of your online presence, you might be seeing demands from certain clusters. So is there any location that
Yep.
you foresee?
If you ask us, within Chennai, our two another strategic locations in Anna Nagar and Porur, and we have been delivering direct orders to Anna Nagar and Porur via through Danso or through our own fleet, right, through our staffing. We are not owning any delivery people, but through our staffing we are delivering. We are servicing our customers. So because they so much like it and they always call through our direct numbers or through Insta, so we'll deliver through them, right? So Anna Nagar and Porur is two another strategic locations.
Yes, and Porur obviously yes, and even if it's on the Arcot Road anywhere in and around Alvarthar Nagar, Valsravakam, so that is another strategic location because that will cater to about at least about 10 important suburbs. So these are some of the very strategic locations, and we are also looking at OMR.
Yeah, that's a very prominent location.
Right.
And how about locations outside Chennai? Which are the important markets you think you wish to penetrate or enter?
There is no restrictions at this point of time, Sonia, because we had to do some little bit of study, how is that, burger market there and appetites for, customers looking for a burger brand, right? That I'm sure our franchisee partners will do some study, and definitely we can also help them to identify the right locations. And there is no restrictions at this point of time.
Sure. And when we talk about the radius, or territory which is given to a franchisee, have you decided on maybe an area which is exclusively given to a partner within which he can operate? One. And second, because you already have your own centralized kitchen, Vijay, and I'm sure a lot of orders come on and you're supplying to all these locations. Now, when you have a partner in these locations, will that also be fulfilled by the partner?
It will be eventually it will be passed on to our partners, QSR, the restaurant, right?
Okay.
That's the reason, our direct website, right, thewangburgers.com, right? So they can start ordering through that one. So automatically it gives nearest locations for them. It also saves the delivery cost for them, right? Because the platform what we are developed right now, right? The delivery is based on the distance, right? So automatically customers have a freedom to choose our franchisee partners, kitchen, right? So we're not going to restrict anything. And even then, even customers calls us directly, we'll be passing the orders to their own kitchen, which we are already doing it, right? If you get a call from somewhere in ECR, we are passing the orders to that another kitchen, which in ECR location, right? Which we are already doing it, and we'll continue to do that.
Sure. And what
the website actually serves that purpose, right? So whoever signs up with us, so they get this, they don't have to do anything for the technical part of it, right? So they already have a full-fledged website with ordering mechanisms. So we all that, from a brand perspective, we will get them onboarded directly from day one. So the orders will automatically be routed to that location.
Okay. And just to maybe ask, what is the radius that we give to a franchisee?
Sorry, Sunil.
What radius are we giving to a franchisee? So there
Okay,
must be some territory.
so initially the 7 kilometers, right? Which what Swiggy and Zomato
Okay.
does it, right? So same 7 kilometers radius we are.
Okay. All
We are
right.
aligned with that delivery partners.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. And I think we have Chandrasekhar asking again, do you have any idea to come outside Chennai? Yes, Mr. Chandrasekhar, I think we just did answer that. They're looking at also another markets, and based on the market you are in, we can understand the local trends and consumption and potential. So they're open for locations in short outside Chennai also. And Vijay, we have some other members also asking about maybe the existing outlet which they can visit. So we have Mr. Mohammad Azruddin from Chennai. He wanted to visit one of the outlets. I think we can organize that. That's what I have written, Mohammadji. We can organize that sometime in the coming week. Our teams can get in touch with you. We can fix a time and
Yes.
we can organize a tour. And you can even experience the product and see the entire menu.
That's correct. They can also do a surprise food taste through any platform, right? They should not get the feeling that when they walk in and we are giving the quality food. So absolutely not at all an issue. They can do any surprise visit and any through other platform orders, right, through any channels. So that's a guarantee we are giving to the franchisee partners from our food quality perspective. Right.
Helpful. Vijay.
Yeah.
And Vijay, what we'll do is, because I do see these questions coming up, what we can do is we can have maybe a call sometime in the middle of the next week or towards the end of the week where we can bring some potential investors either for a meeting, call, or even if they want to visit, they could do that. If you want to suggest any date which you think, your teams yourself could be available to meet either physically or virtually in the coming week.
Saturday, Sunday is ideal time, and on weekdays it will be before 12 noon. It's the best time. We can meet our we can finish our meeting before 12 noon. Will be good on weekdays.
Sure.
On weekends, no issues.
Sure. And Jay, we have another question. I think Pranav ji is asking because there were a lot of logos that you had shown. So he would like to know: is there any other franchise apart from this? One would have an option to take.
Yes, we are. Tara Local is another brand which is missed on this slide. I know it's a complete street food. South Indian street food, and its the menus are picked from every street of the best food from every street or every locations, right? Triple Kantai Sadam, Mylapore, Urulai Puriyal. So you have name it, right? Every street will have
that includes biryani too.
Yes, and in fact, as we speak, Tara Local also nominated for the best street food award for 2021 Times Food category.
Okay, and how much would be the capital deployed in that format?
That we didn't work it out because right now all 4 outlets, Tara Local outlet is running as a cloud,
right?
Right, with our other partners.
Sure.
Because all other outlets all created by us, right? Created by Chef Mani and Naveen. So we are using the same kitchen as a cloud, and we didn't work out any financial models for QSR of Tara Local, and we are happy to do that. If any of our customers who's hearing us right now in this platform, we can definitely work with them.
Sure. Helpful, Vijay. So what we can do is, Vijay, we can take maybe next Saturday as a date, which is I think 27th is that date. 27th, which is Saturday, we can bring and we'll take maybe the next 4 days time to filter and reach out to all the prospects who have come in today, and we'll block your time for Saturday.
Please.
I'll just quickly take 2-3 questions. Are there any other brand? Okay, I've covered. I'm looking for a pure veg. Is there also vegetarian? Is non-veg? It's a non-veg menu, right?
It's a non-veg menu, and we are open for veg menu also. In fact, we are doing another project which is only for veg menu focused.
Okay. So Gigi, I hope that answers. So we can discuss on that.
Just to add, so I was explaining about the various things that we do from a chef man's point of view, chef M&N point of view, right? So basically, we are food consultants. We are happy to even if you have an idea in mind, if you want to launch your own brand, yes, we are game for that too.
Sure.
We would love to help you.
Sure. So helpful, Raj and Vijay. And friends, like they mentioned, they not only run and own the brands they presented, but I think for long and many years, they've been consulting some of the famous homegrown brands also in the country, and also a lot of international brands. They have consulted global international markets, including Middle East and also in India, their entry. So even if you're looking at any other consultation services that is available, and for the time being, the focus is on the brand Dabang, which is currently operating outlets in Chennai, and they're looking at partners both in Chennai and also outside for a QSR format with 350 square feet area and 19 lakhs of investment. So next Saturday, which is 27th, is the day that we want to bring all the filtered profiles both to you, Raj and Vijay. And our teams will take the next 5 days time to filter and understand the credentials of the prospective investors before we bring them to you. And before we close, Vijay and Raj, I would request maybe a last message or word that you want to give to all the audience who's present here. Anyone can take a lead if you want to.
I think we'll say thank you for the time for their time, and also a lot of very interesting questions, and we see a lot of interest partners. We are looking for us to be partner with Dabang or Chef M&N for their own brands, right? and we'll definitely have a detailed discussion, one-on-one discussion across the table, and we wish that for success, and we'll work as a team, right, as a partner.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much,
you.
Vijay. Raj,
Raj?
Raj, you want to add?
Thank you so much. Nothing more to add. We are very happy to work with each one of you.
Thank you so much, Raj and Vijay,
Thank
for
you.
coming in. And I'd like to thank all our friends who came in today. We have recorded and received all your inquiries, and our teams will get in touch with you to speak in depth and also fix quality time with both Vijay and Raj on Saturday. Thank you so much
Sure.
once again. Over to you, Archana.
Sure, sure.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Vijay. Thank you so much, Gopal, for joining in today. Vijay, I would request if you can stop share your screen. I need to
Sure.
share my screen.
For sure, yeah.
Sure. So thank you so much, Sonia ma'am, for joining us today. We would like to thank all the dear participants who have joined us today. But our Sunday is not complete if we don't invite you for our regional show. Yes, we invite each one of you to join us for our East India franchise show, which will start sharp at 4 p.m. Where again, our aim and objective is to represent top popular brands for you. So please do registration at the same business hotline number, which is 97176-83838, so that you can join us today at 6 p.m. for our regional show. And tomorrow, under business opportunity of a webinar series, we invite you to join us for Wonder Food Mart. That's the brand we are bringing for you at 12 p.m. webinar series. So please do registration today as well as for tomorrow's webinar. You can also get in touch with us at our different social handles, information on your screen. We are available at the different social platforms. You can join us at the Facebook page of Franchise India Brands Limited to see the recorded version of all the previously done webinars. We request each one of you to save hotline number, which is 97176-83838 in your phone book so that you get a regular updates from our side. Do share your suggestions and feedback to improve our processes, and also join Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their respective LinkedIn IDs. Information on your screen. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.